is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood, he was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming.
Her smile shines as bright as the stars at night. Her heart is as kind as can be. She has the patience of a saint, but if you push her, oh Lordy, a straight talker is smiling. She's the salt of the earth. Make no mistake, she matters. Catch my story on a live stream. Oh boy, that girl can matter. She's smiling, alright. She's smiling. Make no mistake while she's here. She's smiling, alright. She's smiling. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Missing posters and stories of heartache and fear. She tells us all of the heartbreaking tears. She can sniff out the guilty from a mile away. If Smiley's on the case, then she's here to stay. She cares about these missing children. She cares deeply about them all. She speaks the truth with integrity. For the truth, she will seek it all. She's smiling, alright. She's smiling. Make no mistake while she's here. She's smiling, alright. She's smiling. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Smiley's questions are like a heat-seeking missile. She's going straight for the bullseye. Don't ever believe you can fool her. She's too wise, man. She won't comply. She values freedom like the 4th of July. She values respect even more. If you want to earn a place at Smiley's table, watch the clock. It takes time for sure. She's smiling, alright. She's smiling. Make no mistake why she's here. She's smiling, alright. She's smiling. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you break her trust, you're done for. Trust don't grow back like grass. So don't give Smiley a reason to doubt you. Or the friendship will shatter like glass. She's a damn good woman, that much we know. She puts in the hours to bring the kids home. If here. She's smiling, alright, she's smiling. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you're guilty, you better feel fear.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Let me go back up here. Millie, hello, hello, and H. Davis. Send H. Davis prayers. H. Davis is asking for prayers, and so is Millie. She needs prayers. Her brother's back in the hospital, so please send our sweet Millie some prayers. Hey, Not Crazy by Crazy Lady. Daniel Berry, yo, yo, yo. Nice Marie, hello, hello. Holly S, hello. And Charlie, hello. Where's Summer and Sebastian? 1-800-TBI find? Hello, hello, hello. In the bushes, 16 Plant Lady, hello. Susan Elizabeth, hello. Happy Gal Brenda, hello. Love my fur babies. Yeah, my fur babies was wanting in and wanting out and wanting in and wanting out. They couldn't make up their mind if they wanted in or out. I don't know what they were doing tonight. Anyway, hello, Roxy. Hello, good to see you. Good to see you. Justin, hello, hello. Leslie, keep it real. Hello, hello. Janice, beautiful Janice, hello. And let's see who else we got here. Lisa Thompson. Yes, they did. That was Miss Ann. Seashore Annie. How about that? How about that? And Lisa, send Lisa prayers for her and her husband. And Robin N. Hello, hello. Patty Allen, hello. Randa, hello. Mary Lopez, hello. Hello, hello. And Sharon, hello. Yeah, it is. She did so good. She sent me like 3 versions. So if I want to change it up, I can. But she sent me like 3 versions. I love it. I love it. That was so sweet of her. So sweet of her. Heather Ann, hello. Mamaw, hello. I really love and appreciate all that you do. I just lost you. I think that was Mary. But let me see. Oh, there you are. There you are. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate every one of you. Let's see. Lisa said Roger ate a little bit tonight. Did he eat the Popeyes? Tell him I said every little bite counts. Every little bite counts. Love wins. I hope he ate some. Something good. Okay, love wins. MCHLL Hudson. Hello, hello, hello. Kaya, hello. Brandon E, hello, hello. Always late. Hello, hello. Terry Parker, hello. Little Red, hello. And let's see who we have here. Middle E, prayers for Middle E. Middle E has an MRI tomorrow. Put in some orange hearts for Middle E. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Fun to ski. Hello, hello, sweetheart. Good to see you. M. Blanc. Hello, hello. I don't think they know if they're coming in or out tonight. Might as well just leave it open. I don't know. Roxy D. Hello. Canadian True Crime. Hello, hello. Let's see. Who else we got? Monica Fox. And Drew K. Angela. Hello, hello. Let's see here. My baby boy had an awesome birthday, and he got a train and a kiss and a huge male. Oh, he got to kiss. Oh, good. He got to kiss the sea lion. Well, tell him I said happy birthday to him from Smiley. Tell him I said happy birthday. Absolutely. Tina D, welcome, new member. Woo, woo, woo. Welcome to Smiley Squad. Welcome to Smiley Squad. Yes. Yes. Pandies, hello. Reba Thompson, hello. Let's see. Holly S. Let's see. I don't know. Judith, hello. Cindy Lou, hello. Let's see. Brianna's World. Hello, hello. Let's see. I'm almost caught up with y'all, I think. Witchy Woman, hello, hello. Hey, Barbara, nice to see you. I hope you had a happy Easter. Happy Easter. Susan Elizabeth, there's some orange hearts. Boy, I am way behind now. I am so way behind. Janice, let's see. Scotty Too Hottie, hello, hello. Little Red, did he say it on hate y'all? Okay, y'all are talking among y'allself. I won't butt in. Every time I butt in, I get myself in trouble. How about that? Cindy Lou, member for 1 month. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being a member and putting up with my crazy self. Thank you. And yes, thank all of you for coming out tonight. I think I made it to the bottom. I did. I can. I absolutely can. So how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Thank you all for being here. Thank you everybody for being here. So I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you all. Glad you're here again. I was here earlier this morning and I told you I would be back. And so here I am. Monday, April 21st still. So hello again. Hello again. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. So again, please pray for Millie. Pray for Millie's brother and the family. Pray for the middle E. Pray for H. Davis. Pray for Linda Thompson and her husband. And get all them prayers out there. And continue to pray for Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers. Continue to pray for him. Okay? And his family as well. Because we need to get him home, whatever it takes, right? Leslie says, I didn't know I was gifted a membership last night. Thank you very much. Yes, Fun to Ski gifted about 10 or 20 memberships. She really was on the ball last night. So I thank her for that. Thank you. If you got one, it probably came from her because she gifted 10. Okay, thank you. She did. She did a good job last night and a good deed. So thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. So I'm looking down because I'm getting all these texts, but they're actually from a Facebook group. Sometimes at a certain time of night, they go like, wow, just wow over there. So, and Roxy says she's having a CAT scan tomorrow on her bladder and her stomach. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I hope everything turns out. I do. I hope everything turns out good. And I hope you will get good news, nothing but the best news. Absolutely nothing but the best news. Is it on? That's what I was asking somebody today. So is it on tonight at 9? Because I was reading in one of those Facebook groups earlier today. Somebody said they were going to play part of it tonight and part of it tomorrow. But I can't get any good answers on that. I don't know. I know. Oh, it's the 28th. It's the 20. It comes on the 28th, y'all. So it comes on. Thank you for that, Little Red. Comes on the 28th. That's going to be very interesting to see. So what channel is it going to be on? That I couldn't tell you. Allegedly at 9 o'clock. Does anybody know what channel it's going to be on? Brandon says it's tonight at Eastern Central Standard Time at night, at 9. Oh, I know what it was I saw. Oh, it's on Fox? Okay, so is it tonight on Fox, Brandon? Or is it on the network? Because I think there's one that's paid or something. I have no idea. I know we're all going to know when it comes out. But trust and believe that, honey. You can trust and believe that. Wait, what? Wait, what? Hey, wait, what? Justin, did you say the 28th they're asking? Fox 28. On Fox 28. Oh, it's on Fox 28, but it is tonight. Okay. Okay. Well, next week, so we're getting different things. Yeah, we need a watch party. I don't know, honey. Sorry, I just stepped away. Okay, so when is America's Most Wanted coming on? The 28th. The 28th. So it'll be the 28th. We're all messed up over here. It'll be on the 28th, Justin said. 28th. Okay. So we got that. 28th. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Especially in light of everything that's happened, right? Okay. Okay, got you. The 28th. We're going to go with the 28th. Okay? We'll just go with the 28th. If it comes out before then, we'll all know it. Yep. We'll know it, Holly. We'll know it. Next Monday. Next Monday, where Summer said. Next Monday. Or Sunday. Lord have mercy. Y'all are confusing Smiley. Why are y'all confusing me tonight? Yeah, they'll hijack the narrative. You know, they'll hijack it. But it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. As long as it comes out and it's all good. It's okay. It's okay, I promise. It's okay. Yeah. There you go, Nice Marie. If you want to know, you can be sure to Google it, y'all. Oh, Google it, y'all. That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Google it, y'all. Golly. And the Pope died today. May he rest in peace. The Vatican said he died from a stroke. He had literally been in the hospital since February 14th. I had no idea. I've been all up in YouTube. I had no idea. So the Pope did die today. So many prayers going out to them. Yeah. So I just want to bring that to your attention. I don't know how I got that group going. Oh, anyway. So yeah. And he died today. Yep. And he died today. He had a stroke, and then it led to heart failure. And, but he was admitted on February 14th. So yeah, bless his heart and may he rest in peace. Yeah, absolutely. You just want to let y'all know that. I'm sure you knew it before I did though. Absolutely. So anyway, so Sebastian still has not been found. There's still not been any new news on him or anything like that. Rumors are still flying everywhere. There's still no more red shoes. Google it, y'all. Lord have mercy. There's still rumors and all this nonsense, and but no Sebastian, right? No Sebastian. But the police is still actively investigating. They sure are. They continue to follow every lead But where is Sebastian? Where is he? I don't know. Somebody knows, but they won't tell, right? They're not going to tell. It don't seem like they're going to tell no matter what. But what they are doing is they are still investigating and they are reevaluating everything. And that I do believe to be true. I do believe to be true. This case is very complex. If you think it's complex to us, what do you think it is to the police department having to get it right? Because they have to get it right. They have to cross all their T's and dot all their I's, right? A very complex case. I wish my phone would quit buzzing. Stop. But that makes it very hard to locate him wherever he's at. But then again, Chris said he'll never be found. Oh, good, Roxy. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Yay. That makes me happy. I know it'll make Millie happy. Hello, Miss Grace. Did I get to say hello to you, Miss Grace? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I didn't say hello to anybody and I passed you up. I'm sorry. I apologize. And Roxy, that is super duper news. Very happy about that. I love you, Miss Grace. So, anyway, but there's been no sightings of Sebastian, no scent, nothing. I know people said there was scents. No scents, no nothing. And this alone makes it very hard. Just think about it. No scent, no sighting. He took nothing with him. Gone without a trace. Gone without a trace, right? But we will not give up. We're not going to give up. Law enforcement isn't giving up either. They're not giving up. Ken Widener, the emergency management director, he told us, he's with the search and rescue. He's the director of it. And he told us dogs were not able to pick up any scents. He told us that. So I don't know why that's still going around. They got a scent, because they did not. This misinformation needs to just stop. It really does. I believe, in my opinion, Chris has already told us without telling us what's happened. That's just my opinion. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. That's just me. He said they never expected it to get this big. He said that. Hey, Pink Butterfly and everybody coming in. WV Holla Girl. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Let's see if we can watch this video real quick. Hold on. I know we've already seen this one, but
The last time I saw my son was when he went to bed.
Tonight marks 1 year since Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his home near Beach High School in Sumner County. He's 16 now, but there are still no confirmed sightings or leads in the case.
Fox 17 News' Kelly Avellino sat down with Rogers' mother, Katie Proudfoot, and the search for her son and the ongoing public scrutiny surrounding this investigation.
Green tea. I
A
love
voice and
you.
an exuberant smile that have been missing for a year that Sebastian Rogers has gone without his favorite things.
Cats are the number one. He loves animals, almost all animals.
Animals, video games, books, and any chance in the pool.
He loves water. He swims like a fish.
Sebastian also missed his birthday.
December 7th. He turned 16, and he should be home for that.
But Sebastian, who has autism, hasn't been home since February of last year. After dinner at the Texas Roadhouse on the 25th, Katie says she and her son went home.
Did anything happen the night he went missing that was caused him to run away? Was he punished in any way? An argument? Just a normal night?
It was a normal night. It was a calm night.
That turned tumultuous by the next morning.
It was when I went in his room and he wasn't there. He wasn't in his bed.
Katie says she frantically searched the house and drove around the neighborhood at 6:30 a.m. until she and Sebastian's stepfather, who says he was away for work at the time, called police.
We need you to.
I don't think there was nothing normal at all about that night, in my opinion. I don't think there was nothing at all normal about that night, because if you start back at the Texas Roadhouse, whatever she told him, his whole demeanor changed. And he started chewing his nails, shaking his head no, and getting a little nervous. So I don't think there was anything normal after they left there. It certainly wasn't normal that she ran home and claimed, I do say claimed, she got on the phone. Police might have that, but got on the phone for either way 2 to 3 hours. I don't think there was anything normal about that night. I don't think there was anything normal about that whole weekend now that I'm thinking about it. And that's my opinion. And I'm allowed to have my opinions. But I don't think there was anything normal. Yeah, even Chris Proudfoot said Sunday evening was an emotional roller coaster. How does he know that if he wasn't there, though? But that's what he did say. And then, and then she drove around with her windows rolled up. There is photos of that. There is footage of that. There's not footage of Sebastian, but there's footage of her driving around looking for her son that's missing with her windows rolled up. Now, hold on. This just hit me. Let me think about this a minute. I have an autistic son. I'm not so sure when he was a teenager, if he went to school and I got up and didn't find him here, he was high functioning. I'm not so sure that I would freak out and jump in my car and assume the worst. I don't think I would. Call me a bad parent if you want to. But why did she all of a sudden assume, because she got up and he wasn't in the bed, that he was this missing, runaway person? I'm just wondering. Exactly, Lisa. Would you not call his friends? Would you not kind of look first? Would you not do those things first? Again, she never called his dad. Has Sebastian called you? No, the first thing she does is call 3 hours away to Memphis to Chris. None of this makes any sense. I don't care how you chalk it up. I don't care how many days or how many months it is later. None of this is making any sense. Yeah, not to me too. Look, to me too. I don't care how much you talk before that, how much you don't talk, how, what's going on. That's just a red flag to me. That's very obvious. Yeah, exactly. See if he went out to the store. Well, I mean, why did she just assume the worst that day? I don't know. Don't seem right to me.
To search your properties every day.
But an Amber Alert and an extensive week-long search didn't yield one significant lead or even a glimpse of the boy on any doorbell cam video. Days later, investigators combed through a landfill 2 hours away, still saying they had found nothing.
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out?
We're not ruling anything out.
For the next year, any activity involving Sebastian's case would fuel droves of online followers and even a restraining order against one YouTuber.
There were quite a bit of people that were, sending some very threatening and
y'all see my eyes,
hateful messages to us.
What would you say to those people?
Just stop.
Fox 17 News sent the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the lead agency in the investigation, a list of questions in anticipation of this story, including asking if there are any new leads, what kind of evidence detectives have vetted, and if investigators still believe there is no indication of foul play. Sheriff Eric Craddock responded in an email saying, "This is an active and ongoing investigation. We continue to work with our state and federal partners. We will continue to seek a resolution in this case."
What do you believe happened to Sebastian?
Unfortunately, over the last year, I have thought every single day, night, every moment of every possibility of something that could happen to him, where he could have gone, if he had gone with someone, if someone took him willingly, unwillingly, if he'd run away and got lost, if he'd a million different things. And unfortunately, I don't know.
Okay,
But Katie
stop.
and a private investigator
On that interview, she says she don't know. But there's another interview out there that says what? She thinks somebody has him. Which is it? Which is it? Frank, you're right. She's the missing piece to the puzzle, in my opinion. Every interview is different. Everything asked is different. How long it took her to answer that? She had to think it out. If your child was missing, you'd have to sit there and go, Whether you were wrong or you were not wrong, you would say what was on your heart and in your mind, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever, and say exactly what you thought happened to your child, right? If you didn't know what happened, or if you didn't, whatever, if you weren't involved in any kind of way, shape, or form. That's my opinion. Exactly, she does. She speaks totally different in court. I'm going to say it again. They're not scared of Bullhorn Betty. I'm going to say that again. None of them. None of them. They need to stop it with that.
believe this piece of surveillance video taken the night that Sebastian went.
I'm sorry. This is what I can't get over. They went on this news station, bald-faced lying. her and Chris and SF pushing this. I don't even know why this interview is not taken down, which it don't really matter because Sebastian is getting coverage either way, and that's what we want. LE said, come out in writing and come out on the news. They even had to debunk this more than once to say this did not have nothing to do with Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. It had nothing to do. And they put this narrative out on this last interview. What was it, a month ago? And she sat right up there as a mother and let it pour out on the local news. That's wild to me. That is crazy. Hey, astrology. How are you doing tonight, Jen? Yeah, that was a huge distraction. Don't look here, look here. Stop looking at us. We're looking for our child. No, you're not. Nope. Sorry. It's sad, but this really irks my nerves right here.
Missing could be a lead in the case.
1217, a couple 100 yards away, there's a figure.
The Sumner County Sheriff said the video has no relevance to the case, but the Proudfoots aren't dismissing it until the identity of the person is confirmed by investigators. Unfortunately, any possible break in Sebastian's case has gone nowhere.
No child goes poof. He's somewhere.
Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, has also endured a year without his son.
Sebastian, son.
Seth brought in a team offering their own reward of $347,000. That's on top of the FBI's $50,000 reward.
To stop looking is to give up hope.
Hope that's still evident among volunteer searchers.
I'm not going to stop.
Thank you, Kiki Trick Mom.
Missing signs and ribbons in Sebastian's favorite color.
And God, right now we're seeking you to reveal the truth to us.
Katie says detectives searching for that truth left no question unasked.
Lie detectors.
Yes.
For yourself
and my husband.
Which Katie says they passed. We don't know what investigators say about the test, but Katie says they have searched her home.
Thoroughly, many times. Cadavers, searchers.
What do police tell you at this point? What do they think?
Unfortunately, that they have zero evidence.
Zero trace of the boy with a smile that's imprinted on countless hearts, especially, Katie says, on her
We're going
own.
to get to that.
I would just like to tell my son that I love him and to know that we are never going to stop searching.
So a lost smile can be found.
Anyone who believes they may have seen Sebastian Rogers should immediately call 1-800-TBI-FIND or the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. There is a vigil for Sebastian this Saturday, March 1st at 2 p.m. at the Celebration of Life Church in Hendersonville. And we will certainly continue to update you on any information we learn in his case. I'm Kelly Avellino for Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Yeah, the vigil they didn't go to either. They have not been to one vigil. You have to ask yourself, why is that? Well, Chris said it was because they think vigils are for people who's deceased. But hey, you know, it is what it is. Hey, Seth, good to see you. How are you doing tonight? Let me see, let me hide this. There's that. Let me see. So anyway, as I was going on a while ago, but Seth Rogers, the bio dad, as we know, Seth told us he don't believe Sebastian would ever leave anywhere and go anywhere without any shoes. Well, that picture that we showed, that actually Katie put out, with Sebastian swimming, well, he had on shoes in that picture. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but they're water shoes. He even wore water shoes in the swimming pool. And Seth told about Sebastian when he was a young boy. He never would go go far without shoes on, because one time when he was younger, he stepped on a mound that he thought was just a dirt pile, but it turned out that it was a huge mound of fire ants. And if anybody knows, Lord knows I know, honey, if anybody knows, them fire ants, they hurt. Not only do they hurt, if you are allergic to them, that's when they keep getting these little bumps on you and you pop them, or if you pop them or whatever, they keep coming back and all this pulse and stuff come out of them. It's really gross. I can't imagine on that little boy's baby's, I don't know how old he was at the time, but his little feet had all them little fire ants on there. Oh my goodness, just thinking about it. Those things hurt. So he had trauma to that. For him, that was trauma. Listen, one time, our not Happy, but my son's little dog got under the rocking chair out there when he was probably 8 weeks old, and he's like 8 years old now, and he got under there and got rocked back on. The rocker went back on him, and it tore his toenail where it had to automatically come out. That toenail, he's never forgot that. Never, ever, ever to this day. When we take him to get his toenails clipped, we have to go, this is no lie, we have to call them and go 2 days before time and get him medicine. They literally give him Xanax and what do they give him? Xanax and gabapentin, I believe. But anyway, he has to take it that night and then that morning, and he is literally one screwed up dog before he has to be out of it before he can even get his nails clipped. You're not getting near him, period. He won't bite you, but you're not getting it done, and he's a whiner. So I can only imagine how traumatic that was for Sebastian. So no, I don't believe he went anywhere without his shoes. I don't believe it. Or his socks. Now they did say he would wear socks out sometimes, but I don't believe he went anywhere without any of those things, in my opinion. But we also know that he wore the water shoes or water socks when he went swimming in the swimming pool. Seth said in order for Sebastian to leave without shoes, it would have to be for some reason out of the normal. He would pretty much have to be running for his life. Something would have to happen, and otherwise he would put his shoes on. So there's two things. If he was running for his life, allegedly his mother was the only one in the house. What was he running from? And then two, if he ran out of the house, it would be caught on camera. It's nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense. It makes no sense whatsoever. There was not a trace of Sebastian. No trace. His father said his hope, and he still hopes that he is alive, and he refuses to think any different. Seth has hope. Meanwhile, others have just gone on about their lives. We know who the others are. They go on with their travels. They go on with all the things because they can't sit around. They even said it themselves. They can't just sit around. Life goes on. That's what they said. said life goes on. Can you hear me now? All right, hold on. Right, what about now? Can you hear me good now? Is that better? Is it better now? Is it better now? All right, hold on a minute. All right, is that better now? Yes and no? For a second? Better now? Better? Okay. So I don't know. I don't know what part y'all heard or you didn't hear. Uh-oh. Now I got all my stuff up here messed up. Okay, so where's Sebastian? Okay, there we go. All right, much better. Okay. So I was just saying that his father, you know, Seth, he has hope he's alive. He believes he's alive. He's not giving up that he's alive. And meanwhile, others, we know who the others are. They just go on about their life. They just go on about their life. It come out of their own mouth. Well, specifically out of Chris Proudfoot's mouth, that they can't just sit around. Life goes on. What a horrible thing to say. People need closure. Seth needs closure. Sebastian's real grandmother needs closure. His aunt needs closure. Thank you, Pamela, for becoming a member. Whoop, whoop. Welcome to the Smiley Squad. Right. Life never just goes on when you lose a child. You know, you got to have some type of closure. But according to them, life just marches on. Life just marches on. In fact, his mother just said, she said it out of her own mouth. What did she say? She said, continue to look for Sebastian, but something to the effect of that. She said, you know, we want you to look for him, but don't forget there's other missing kids out there. What do you mean it affects my clarity, Pippi? What do you mean it affects my clarity? I want Sebastian's picture up here, and I don't know how to get it behind me. I'll put it back up here every now and then. I don't want it up here right now. It has nothing to do with my volume. It has nothing to do with how you hear me. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is, y'all. Hold on a minute. I know what it is. Okay, now that should have took care of it. The music was still playing from the, yeah. Okay, I know what it is. I fixed it. It should be fixed. It should be fixed. Yep, there it is. It was the background music. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. But anyway, yeah. So the fact that his mother would even say, look for other kids. And I mean, Brandy Neal did that. She tried to help other people and stuff like that. She tried to take lunch breaks and help Don Wells and different stuff like that. But this is not the same. This is not that. That's not what I'm talking about. Thank you, Miss Grace. It was that music. I apologize. It's not the same. They want you to stop looking. They've always wanted to point you in different directions. So, you know, maybe I would be a little bit selfish. I'm sorry. But I could not allow myself to be worrying about everybody else. I would be worrying where my child was, honestly. You know, and again, that, right, it's distraction to avoid attention towards them. Exactly. And if they're so worried about other children, why don't they do what Brandy Neal did? Go out and volunteer, people. Proud feet. Go out and volunteer your time at some of these places. Work with the Cold Case Foundation. Do some of those things that she did. Then it might give you the right to say something like that. Not just off the top of your head, because you're watching every move everybody says on their channel or whatever. And then you want to come on and act like you got some kind of epiphany and now you know how to talk. That's crap. That's crap. When I did a 3-hour interview with the stepfather and the mother, they both said there was no way nobody got in that house. They said even though Chris wanted to act like he wasn't there, and maybe he wasn't, they both said there was no way nobody got into that house, not by window, not by doors. I went over all of that. They said Sebastian did not go out the windows and he did not go out the doors. There was no way, no how. In fact, they said, or more or less, Chris said, if Sebastian would have went out a window, that, quote, they would have heard him. That was per Chris Proudfoot. Oh, yeah, that's what he said. And who tries to maintain, and he tries to maintain he wasn't even there, but that's what he said. And also per Chris Proudfoot, he stated to me and the world watching the interview, if that front door was open by anyone, that means anyone coming in or anyone going out, they would have saw a shadow and the neighbor's camera would have caught it. And he also stated by his own mouth, we would have saw it. Yeah, it was we all the way home. Right? He sure did. Not to worry, though. Ellie has all of that. Doesn't it bother y'all? Does it bother anybody else besides me that every time Katie speaks or talks about when somebody asks her, can Sebastian swim? It's always, yes, he can swim like a fish. Something about that just drives me crazy. I just thought I'd let y'all know. It just drives me up the wall. With a smirk on her face. With a smirk on her face. He swims like a fish. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to tell you, though, this is the one interview that they did that gives me the creeps. It gives me the creeps because besides her being fake as a $3 bill, in my opinion, all the way through it, it's also knowing that that one video was debunked and by LE earlier on. And it's also knowing that they purposely went on with it. The mother of Sebastian did that. Forget what everybody else did. She allowed it. She went on with it. She's going with that narrative. But also, everything she does, you know, some of the things, it's like she tries to catch herself. She talks in past tense. I don't know. It's just that I don't like that at all. That's just me, but that's the creepiest video interview that I think they've done. Her especially, she did do the most talking in that one. I don't know. I don't know if Seth is still listening. I don't know if he knows this or not, but I did find some information today, not on Sebastian per se, but I was just trying to find some things. This may help some people literally. Maybe not tonight, but maybe in the future sometime. You know, you never have enough knowledge is all I'm going to say. I don't feel like, but I didn't know this. And I don't know, maybe Seth did, because he's always on this stuff. But I did want to put this information out. It was 2 things I found today, literally. And one may help a missing kid, but one may help other missing families, or you'll see. But there's this place, and it's called Looking for an Angel, and it's a nonprofit organization. And their goal and dedication is to bring missing kids home. Have y'all ever heard of that? Have any of y'all ever heard of that? It's called Looking for an Angel. Because I come across it and I studied them up a little bit, and they support their families during the time. Okay, well, I'm going to give y'all the information on it. Some of the things that they do is help the families with all the complex stuff. And they have helped them navigate through everything, which, you know, can be a big help. They help them navigate through everything. But that's just some of the things. They provide them with emotional support. They connect them with other support networks. They also help them with flyers and social medias and campaigns. And they participate also in search efforts. So yes, I just thought this would be good if Seth didn't know about this, or anybody else that ever, let's hope they never need this type of thing. But if they do, hey, seeing family and everybody coming in, Donna, Domino, I've seen everybody. Hello. But yeah, I'm going to tell you how to get the information. They provide emotional support, and they connect with other support networks and the flyers, like I said, and campaigns, and they do search. They participate in the search efforts with you, and they can help you speak with law enforcement and other organizations. They offer plenty of resources, and they guide, you know, they help you with the media and stuff like that too, if you need it. And again, I don't know, but like if Seth knows about this, but also that could probably help Tony as well, like help him with his workload and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I'm just trying to get the information out there. But they are volunteer based, and they rely heavily on the dedication and efforts of volunteers. So if you or you know anyone who wants or needs their assistance, this is how you get a hold of them. You go to lookingforanangel.org, and that's all one word, and it's all letters. Lookingforanangel.org. Again, all one word. And it will give you the information on how to request help. Even if you want to volunteer there, you can. I mean, it gives you so much information. I came across that. Now, I had no idea about this. This is really not so much for kids under 18 or missing kids like that, but I had no idea about this one. But this may help somebody. I've had people come to me about things like this, and so I want to give you this information. I had no idea that the Salvation Army has a missing persons program. But what it is, sometimes it's called the Family Tracing Service. Now, I don't know how good they are with missing people, but what they do is they try to seek out and connect family and restore family relationships and, trace family who's been lost or not been in touch for a long time. And they give renewed hope to families and stuff like that. Also with this program, hey, Lorraine Law, hello, good to see you. Also with this program, they have an international reach. The Salvation Army has international movement, and with their missing persons service, and it operates globally, connecting families around the globe and across the borders. So the Family Tracing Service was officially established in 1885, and it emphasized on successful communication with finding families, getting them back together, reunions on missing families if you can't find your loved ones and stuff like that. And if you want to reconnect, they also maintain a very strict confidentiality, and none of your information or your whereabouts or anything is disclosed to anyone without explicit content, your consent. And let me put that up there. Thank you, Not Crazy. And, you have to, they're real careful about that. But now on this one, again, they usually focus on people over the age 18 and long lost relatives. And they use various methods that include the government, offices, credit stuff, and institutions, social services, law enforcement, and other things. And they have a very high success rate, They also offer support throughout the entire process, and they can be an initial contact for you. They can offer mediation, reconciliation services if needed, and if you request those. So yeah, all those things. They usually have their limits, like I said, like children under 18, because that's often a police matter. And they never get involved in like business stuff. Like, don't try to locate somebody for business. Don't try to because of an estate or some crap like that. They don't do that. Now you can apply or inquire there by contacting your local Salvation Army, or you can visit their website, and you can look on their site for missing persons and the family tracing section. So you can do that. Usually you'll need to fill out something, and you'll be able to fill it out, and yep, there it is. Thank you so much. Fill it out, and then they'll they'll start the process and help you with that. But you can also call 1-800-315-7699. That's the number for that program. And I just thought that was interesting. I come across that one by accident. I had no idea. About that. But looking for an angel, the first one I put up, I just thought, oh my God, maybe that's something Seth might be interested, or, somebody, if they didn't know about that, come through here and need that information. That's just something that may help somebody. I just thought that was a good thing. So yeah. But I was also sent this. We're going to go over this video. I know some of you's already seen it as well. This will be the last video I will go over tonight. I'm not sure my feelings on this. I'm not sure about it, like what I think, because well, there's a couple of things I'll say at the end, but I am going to play it. It's already out there. It's been out there. Yep, let me put that here. It's been out there today. I've seen it several places. I just hadn't got to watch the video, and then it was sent to me earlier. So I've decided I am going to play it. Crime Time Buzz put it out. It was two girls, evidently. One of them, I think, was Barbecue in TikTok. But don't worry, we're not playing hers. We're playing Crime Time Buzz. She gets the full credit on what was said. Oh, you're welcome, Lorraine Law. I just think maybe it might come in handy someday for somebody. I don't know if knowledge is power. I don't know if Katie said this or not. I don't want to put nothing on Katie that she didn't do, because we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. But I am going to play this. Yeah, Barbecue and Tammy. Yeah. Thank you, baby kisses. I'm sorry. It's okay. And I'm sorry you didn't get no notifications. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being here. Appreciate you and love you so much. So let me get, I don't think I've got Crime Time Buzz. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Maybe I did. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me put that up there. I'm not going to play no music this time. I don't think she cares. Hold on a minute. Let's just do this. Let's go over this. Hold on.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy April 20th, and happy Easter. I hope this finds you all well today. Thank you so much for joining me. And we have big news. I'm so glad it's being discussed. I've wanted to discuss this with you. Apparently, you may have heard, there is an audio recording allegedly of KP slipping and saying Sebastian was M'd. Shocking. We're going to listen to it. It is an explanation of what happened. And then after that, I'm going to show you on X one of the individuals involved who gives a further explanation for the context of the situation. But apparently what occurred is BBQ, Barbecue Lady, recorded KP at a lunch. Barbecue Lady had a friend with her named Tammy. They've had a bit of a falling out apparently, and have been one of which is discussed this audio. Okay, this is not the actual audio of KP saying it. This is an audio of them discussing what KP said at the lunch that was recorded. After this, it's shocking.
I agree.
I ask you.
I don't either. I agree.
Parent.
But I'm going to play it.
Could use the M word. Think about it. That's a strong word. That's a strong word. After or before Sebastian was murdered. It's shocking. It's shocking. It's a slip, whatever it is. She says it allegedly, according to these people who are. I'm waiting to.
Again, let me say this. I'm going to say this. I don't know if I believe this or not because, first of all, I among a lot of people don't trust these people right here, but it is what it is. It does need to be brought out. They all had lunch with Katie. You know, Katie seems to, let me say this. Katie Proudfoot loves to go around and have lunch, and she has all this free time to spend with these YouTubers and TikTokers, and she's got a son missing. You know, it ain't like you, me, and everybody else. Hey, Barb. Hello, hello. And she's, you know, going to these casinos and doing all these things. And for the love of Christ, why ain't she out trying to find out where her son is? Well, I can answer that. She already knows. But anyway, we don't have to put more on her than, you know, you don't have to lie on her. This is what I say. Let's see what Barbara was in here. Let me see what she said. Okay, so so this is what I say. We're going to listen to this, but remember, she could get comfortable with somebody and could let things slip out. Did it happen? I don't know. Do I or others believe that he may not be with us? Sure. But we don't have to put things on Katie that's not true. Okay? What I say to this is I want to listen to it. I want it out here. However, where is the recording at? Where's the recording at? Yes, and Bushi, has Ellie got the recording? I don't think so, because I think if Ellie had the recording, Miss Katie would be in a little bit of jam right now. Don't you? I mean, I don't think they're going to just let her go back home if there was a recording like that somebody turned in. Not after 14 months of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers missing. They're not just going to say, oh, Katie, we just want to verify this was your voice. Bye, you can go home now. Don't think so. So what I have to say is, if it's not turned in, it better get turned in. That's not a threat. That's just a promise. It needs to get turned in quick, fast, and in a hurry. Whoever has this damn recording. Before Ellie comes knocking on your door. I'm just saying. Let's carry on for Smiley gets out of the whack tonight.
To release the actual audio, but I did want you to know this is from a luncheon. That's what they're discussing. It occurred in Tennessee. It was recorded, and Katie apparently made a statement. I haven't, not since before Sebastian was murdered. Shocking, devastating, and what mother would say that? That shows so much knowledge. And I don't actually, that audio's out there. So I believe this is the game changer, my friends. If that is truly released there and given to law enforcement, please do so, because that's the game changer. That's knowledge that's out of her mouth. That's a game changer. Let's listen to this video from TikTok, or from X. It came from TikTok. This is Lauren sharing it with us. Lauren from Facebook. Credit to Lauren from Facebook, and it looks like got it from TikTok, that Crimes and Canines. Okay, it says, did Katie Proudfoot slip and say Sebastian was murdered. Because that, my friends, was the conversation
I think it was
that is
recently
allegedly
they had
recorded.
lunch together.
They were talking about
It might have been the court
Sebastian's
date.
godmother.
I'm not sure of that.
And KP made a statement. You'll listen to it here, but along the lines of, I haven't seen her since before Sebastian was murdered. Shocking. Put the cuffs on. Games are over. Pick her up. Horrid choice of words when the rest of the nation is searching for Sebastian. Listen to it. And then after this, I will play for you the explanation from one of the individuals.
Witness, and unfortunately, there have been no leads to the whereabouts of Sebastian. I still try to keep up with any updates in regards to the case. Unfortunately, there is a lot of drama, but we're not covering that. We're covering something that was released on Alive yesterday, and this was from someone that met with Katie Proudfoot in person and had lunch with her. From what I am understanding out of this clip is that Katie Proudfoot, while at lunch with this lady, made a statement that Sebastian was murdered. We do not have the recording of Katie Proudfoot saying this herself, but if you've been following this case, you know Katie Proudfoot has not been in the public's eye very much at all. So if this clip is true, does that mean that Katie Proudfoot slipped up?
As soon as Katie said those words of that supposedly is who Seth named as Sebastian's godmother, when I've only met her one time, and that was before he was murdered. Immediately, we heard those words.
You did, not me.
Locked eyes and even asked each other at that moment, did you just hear murder? And I didn't. We're like, she just said that was before he was murdered. That was her words.
And for now, the question remains, where is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Witness. And
did Katie Proudfoot? Will the audio be released soon? I believe it will be. I believe it's going to be a timing thing. I believe it's going to be released, and we are going to, in my opinion, hear KP say those words. If those words were said, game changer, game over, march on over to her home, knock on her door, take her wrists, put the metal clinks around them, and let's get some answers. Let's listen to this one more time. Allegedly, during a lunch that was recorded by Barbecue Lady, who has the audio, and I'm sure will release it. They were having a conversation about Sebastian's godmother, and allegedly KP said, I haven't seen her since before Sebastian.
Okay, what I pray is, I pray that Barbecue Lady, if she's the one that has it, I pray she's turned it in right now, as of this minute, yesterday, whatever, to LE. Because if she don't, well, y'all seen what happened in Summer Wells's case. I'm just saying, almost everybody in Summer Wells's case ended up something happening to them. Look, Barbecue Lady, if you have something like this, it's not nothing to be playing around with on this internet. If you have a recording of Katie saying something like this, I would hope you would turn it in already. I would really hope that. Thank you, Brenda Brown, for the super sticker. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank you so much. And I would hope, from my understanding, I don't know you that good, but I know enough that, you know, are you here for Sebastian or are you not? I'm just not sure. But I don't think anyone that has something like this, you know, should be holding on to it. Well, that's true too. That is true too. That is true too. But why? It's all going to come out in the wash anyway. Why? Why? If you go to an extent of taping somebody for something like this, I mean, what are you holding out for? Payday? I don't understand. It is withholding evidence in a crime. Absolutely. 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 So again, y'all are making me have to go take up for Katie. Unfortunately, she don't need anything put on her if it's a lie. If it's the truth, or if it's your opinion, or you think, fine. But this right here, I hope y'all got something to back it up.
Sebastian was murdered, whatever you want to say. That is knowledge. That is not a mother who is looking for a runaway. That is not a mother who is looking for someone who may have been taken, kidnapped, lured. That is a mother allegedly with knowledge. Now, I am hearing CP was on a panel discussing this. Please send me that link if you have that in my email.
Yeah, y'all know Smiley's fair, like it or not.
Thank you so much. Let's listen to it one more time, and then we will go over to the explanation.
That's when it was, early February.
Shocking reveal. And what's so sad is this could have been released.
Love you, Kiki.
Depending on when this lunch occurred. If it's when I am aware that people flew into Tennessee and gathered, this could have been released many, 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 many months ago and revealed knowledge, if this is accurate, that Sebastian Rogers was M'd a long time ago. This could have happened if this is true. Get the cuffs on this woman if this is accurate. We are done playing.
And unfortunately, there have been no leads to the whereabouts of Sebastian. I still try to keep up with any updates in regards to the case. Unfortunately, there is a lot of drama, but we're not covering that. We're covering something that was released on a live yesterday. And this was from someone that met with Katie Proudfoot in person and had lunch with her. From what I am understanding out of this clip is that Katie Proudfoot, while at lunch with this lady, made a statement that Sebastian was murdered. We do not have the recording of Katie Proudfoot saying this herself, but if you've been following this case, you know Katie Proudfoot has not been in the public's eye very much at all. So if this clip is true, does that mean that Katie Proudfoot slipped up?
As soon as Katie said those words of that supposedly is who Seth named as Sebastian's godmother, when I've only met her one time, and that was before he was murdered. Immediately, we heard those words.
You did, not me.
Locked eyes and even asked each other at that moment, "Did you just hear murder?" And I didn't. We're like, "She just said that was before he was murdered." That was her words.
And for now, the question remains, where is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers?
And for answers, I believe we need to speak to KP. In my opinion, my theory, my speculation, however, when we have a mother who refuses to speak, who refuses to give a timeline that is accurate, consistent, solid, who was the last person to see her child, whose alibi is she was alone with her child. And then we hear that she's at a luncheon with other content creators, and she makes a statement that she's met Sebastian's godmother once, and that was before Sebastian was M. Dear God. Let's listen to this person. So the reason this is being discussed is two of the girls, Tammy and Barbecue Lady, I know neither of them, were at a luncheon and they were friends and they allegedly recorded Katie. And this is proof that I'm going to show you. They're saying that barbecue lady was recording KP. So proof that audio is correct. The girls got into a falling out apparently, and that's why this is being discussed, released, leaked, outed. Let's continue and listen. Credit to the White Rabbit on X. Shocking. The world searching, and the mother's using the word "emmed."
To Tennessee, and we went. Katie ended up to Tennessee, and we went. Katie ended up coming to our Airbnb, and it was Emily, Nikki, myself, and Barbecue, and Katie, and we had went out. Katie had Ubered to our room. She came into the room and talked to us for a little bit, and then we got in an Uber and went to eat. Well, that was the first day that we were there, and lo and behold, I find a message in my phone that says from Barbecue, "Hey, by the way, I'm recording." And she said, "It said, I'm gonna show you the screenshot. By the way, I'm recording. She just messed up on his age or something, and it may not be anything, but I want to be able to go like listen back to it." Now, this was the day before Nikki picked up the phone and saw her recording. So not only was she recording that night, she was recording, I guess, the whole time that Katie was with us, because Katie ended up going out with us the next day and eating lunch. And then that's when Erin accidentally picked up Barbecue's phone and she was recording Katie. But she was recording Katie. But let me show my, let me just pull up that text here and just kind of show y'all. Is it this one?
Oh, that's what was on the text?
Messed up with herself. The click. It was me, Emily, Barbecue, and Nikki in the chat. And here's where she says, Stephanie Barbecue later, "I am recording, FYI. I also got that part where she just messed up with his age. Might be nothing, but just wanted to re-listen." So I don't know why she wouldn't have just.
Why'd he quit talking?
So February 4th is the date of that. We just saw in the text messages the date of that luncheon and the recording allegedly where Katie says, KP, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' mother, the last person to be seen with him, the last person to be known to be with him, the last person.
They had why didn't she come? I don't know.
To have seen Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers head to bed on Sunday, February 25th, attends a luncheon on February 4th, 2025. So we're looking at 2.5 months, months and months. And she slips and says, allegedly, "I haven't seen his godmothers. I've met her once and haven't seen her since before Sebastian was emmed."
Not in Tennessee. As long as one person
Proof,
knows in Tennessee.
knowledge.
Leslie.
Will this be what it takes?
Certain states.
When that audio is released, has it been given to law enforcement? I pray it hasn't been sat on for 2.5 months, knowing a mother said her child had been emmed. This is serious. Please hit the thumbs up. Please share this. Let's get this out there. This needs to be revealed. This game needs to be over. To her, it's a game. To the rest of us, it is Sebastian's life. Allegedly, in my opinion, and I have a right to one. Meet me later for live. We are going to just.
So y'all go over and sub up to Crime Time Buzz. She does a lot of stuff over there as well. Fun to ski. That's the question. Let's say this is kind of dangerous. What is the motive for the release of this information? Was this given to LE
And was it explained that they would release such information, in my opinion? That's what I would like to know. What would be the reason that they would release it, even if them two had a fallen out? If this was true, first of all, why did they not get up after lunch, at least the one person, and turn that in and do the right thing, if this is true, and take it to law enforcement or do it anonymous or whatever? Why? Why were they holding on to it? And I hate to say this, God, Lord knows, somebody say Smiley don't. I might actually listen to you tonight. Okay, I counted to 10. Nobody said don't, Smiley. Anyway, was it because if this was February 5th or 4th and they thought maybe it's a little bit too late for now, Barb. Ooh. Was it because they thought maybe, okay, oh, how am I going to say this? Lord have mercy. Just say it, Smiley. Okay, was they just holding on to this before they knew they won the thing, the suit? Let me just say that. Is that what it was? And now that they won that, it's, okay, let's just go put this out there now. Is that what's going on? I don't know. But it makes sense to me. You know, with somebody holding out for a pay. I don't know. I'm just going to say I don't know. I don't know. I just know if this is true, regardless, Ellie needs this. And where is the video? Crime Time Buzz says that it'll come out. Will it? I don't know. I have no idea. This case gets more and more complicated and crazy every day. There is a huge reward. You know, I had somebody come to me the other day and ask me, why is this reward not $1 million? I had to ask them, well, if it, you know, I don't know what they're going to do, but if it's $1 million, is that what it's going to take for you to talk? I mean, come on now. Do the right thing. We're talking about a missing child. You never know what position you can be in one day, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 2 days from now. You don't know. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is missing, and he needs to be found. They could, but why haven't they? Why haven't they put up anything on a reward? Think about that one. Think about that. Unfortunately, I feel I already know the answer, but that's just me, in my opinion. I don't count. But in the meantime, we still got Sebastian missing. That's who's important. Right there. He's the victim. Have you seen him? Have you seen him? Have you seen me? Have you seen me? Take a good look. Take a good look at him. If you know anything about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, don't hold it in. There's the numbers. There you go. You can email Sebastian at manhunts.one. You can call Dog's Hotline at 833-TELL-DOG or at night 844-922-3236. Call first and foremost 1-800-TBI-FIND or call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, who's been working on this case day and night for the last 14 months. 615-451-3838. Thank you, baby kisses. There's their other numbers right there. You can also call any FBI agent. You can do this anonymous, but Sebastian is the victim, and he deserves to be found either way. There deserves to be closure for his father, his mother too, if she did not do anything. Think about that. Everybody needs closure. And he needs to be brought back home. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support. I love each and every one of you. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. It just gets Sebastian out further into the algorithm, and, you know, people can hear about him more. They can see his face more. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night and enjoy your night. And say a prayer for Sebastian. Love you. Bye.